Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So last time we totally screwed up the Goblin Caverns for the second time, and thinking about it, I'm not sure if we're going to do it again. Maybe we should try something different this time. So let's hop in with our Pawnbarian, and let's take on, I guess, the Foul Shrine. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. All right, got some new things to look at. So the Void Imp. Hobbies include laughing mischievously. That was more evil than mischievous. I don't know if I can do a good mischievous laugh, but we'll see. Spider Toad, which we're familiar with. Demon Golem. The result of some ancient engineer dabbling in several branches of forbidden knowledge at once. All right. So Brawler Void Grasp after death moves the hero in the direction of the attack. If unable, or if triggered multiple times at once, deal 1 damage for each Void Grasp. That sounds really annoying, actually. Hold on. So when I kill it, it will move me 1 more tile in that direction. If it can't, or if multiple of them trigger, it deals damage for every move that should have happened. That's dangerous. Shields sound good. Okay, and everything does that. All right. I see how it is. So we go this way. Then we go this way. I took that hit on purpose. Here and then here. Okay, it doesn't trigger if it's the last action. Good to know. Oh, they just gave me damage. Okay, first thing I want to do is grab the heart. Gonna need that. I guess for upgrades this time, I think I'm gonna go with Rook, and we'll leave. Floor 2 of 7. Yo, these Blight Imps just have the, like, perfect unhappy look that is kind of comedic. And if you don't look at the bottom half of them, they're a little cute too. After death, blights adjacent squares. I mean, you win some, you lose some, yeah? We'll take this, and then I will take... You hit there, you hit there, so I'll just come back here. I think we just do this. Looking good. And I come up here, I come down here, and I cry because it gave me literal trash. And we win. Nice. Something I really appreciate in this game is it's very easy to just get in and get started, but like the difficulty ramps up in a bit of a subtle way. So it almost ramps up a little too fast, or like the curve is really smooth and too smooth because you don't notice it getting particularly harder until it's like, oh, wait a minute, I think I missed a mechanic or something, like what we were seeing in the Goblin Caves. I still don't quite understand how Blight works, and I wish it was a little more obvious, or it just told you into more detail, because like it doesn't hurt you when you land on it, but it does get you killed. Okay. I do want the pawn upgrade. Do I take 2 pawn upgrades this time? No. No. A champion blight matron. An eldritch abomination born of the blight. Beware its noxious secretions. You know, I sound really cool in my head when I do that, but I don't know how I sound in real life, so I could sound totally strange, and I have no idea. And I don't expect chat to ever tell me if that's the case, so awkward. Okay, Goblin, so it's nimble. Another good thing is like the design language is consistent. If it's a goblin, it's nimble. If it's a blight creature, it always has blight blast. That's really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to take you. I'm going to... Actually, I'm not going to do anything else. Because that goblin mage is nimble, so I can't kill him anyway. Okay, no one activates on cantrips, so I want to move in here. Then I'm going to just kind of roll out, I guess. Alright, so this is 1 damage from Blight, so I move here. I take no damage this turn. Then if I move here... Wait, I don't want to move there. I thought that was a diagonal attack. I didn't realize it's not. Don't want to move there. We're moving out. So I took no damage from Blight that turn, which is what I expected. Okay, we'll come up here. Nice. I will get this kill. I got moved. I took no damage from Blight, though. And now, if I just move here, we're fine. So Blight damages you at end of turn. That's how I understand it. Oops. Wait a minute. That is very dangerous. Oops. Oh. Okay, 1 movement. 2 movement. Done. We're good. Okie dokie. I feel like I don't have good updates. Don't have good upgrades, do I? Ooh. Alright, we're gonna take... We'll take that and then we'll head out. Okay, this is where the void stuff gets, like, hairy. How do I want to do this? This should hurt me. Okay, I expected that to hurt me, so that's fine. It did hurt me the way that I expected. Okay, I'm going to take 1 more damage. No, I'm going to take 2 more damage. Oh wait, I'll take 1 if I do this. Okay, 1 extra damage, but I killed 1. There's kind of like a health economy that I'm trying to reason through. You 2 are nimble, so I want to come in this way. Ooh. Right. Then this way. Dang. Here. And then here. Okay, it worked out. Took a little bit of, like, direct thinking, but we got there. Ooh, shields. Okay, shields are things that I definitely do want to pick up. Let me think. I think we grab all 3 shields on this one. Oh, what are you? Blight Heart. It exists for one purpose only, and that is to flood the world with blight. Blight Artery. When moving, spawns a blight sack. And it's a champion, so I gotta kill everything else first. Fair's fair. Alright, questions in my head. But I think we go like this. Oh, wait. Wait. I'm slightly confused. Why did I didn't think I was going to kill the other one, but I did. That's why I took damage. So that's okay. Alright. Cantrip. We have Le Queen. It's dangerous to kill that one that way. I'll move here, and then I will move out here. Okay, how do we do this now? So I cantrip here. I push you up. And then I... Can you attack? Why is this square free? Hold on. Okay, the heart can't attack. Good knowledge to have. Okay, so I come up one. Get the queen, which comes with a shield. Then I have another pawn. Then I have another queen. There we go. Worked. Okay, so what happened last time must have been that I just didn't have shield up. How do I want to do this? Do I get more HP? Do I make my pawns more deadly? Like, the Pawnbarian playstyle is basically get to the top, abuse your pieces. Okay, I think we're going to go, like... Ooh. Fully loaded? I think fully loaded pieces are quite special. Or 6 of 7. There's a lot on this one. Okay. You've seen all these before. There's only one thing that pulls me, and everything else is blight, which is unfortunate, but we deal with it. Okay, so I step here to take 2 kills, and then I do nothing. Actually, I think I step up 1 to take another kill. It costs me nothing to do it. Ooh. Good roll? No. Actually, not that bad. Hold on. Okay, wait. That didn't exactly work out the way I would have hoped. So let's get out of here. Okay. A little mixed on that one. Ooh. But I can't use the pawn. Wait, I can. Just gotta think a little more creatively. Alright. We're on the last floor. That didn't take as long as I thought it may. We don't have as many shields as I'd like, but we have lots of attack options on this. We can get 3 upgrades. Any 3 upgrades, actually. Okay, so loading up the pawns is never a bad idea because we're so queen-centric, but that rook bonus is looking mighty fine. Same with the knight. I think what we do is we grab this one, because that makes that pawn more useful. Ooh, that rook is kind of looking useless right about now. That makes me a bit sad. I want the rook to be more useful, so I think we grab the rook, and then it's between these two. So when the pawn becomes a queen, it's great, but I think the knight is going to be just generally more useful for us. Oh, okay. Hold up. What's all this? Blight sack. Cool. Why is it moving so much? Kraken tentacle. The beast of beasts. The small bits. So it moves twice and it has void grasp. Oh, excuse me. Those aren't burps. They're like partial hiccups where you just suck in air and then everything's fine. The Blight Void Kraken, the Beast of Beasts. Deep Terror spawns a Kraken tentacle on an empty adjacent square the first time each turn an enemy dies. Okay, well that's actually pretty manageable. now I think I want to move. Okay, this is going to activate twice, which is going to hurt us. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do we take the hit? I think we take the hit. Was that 1 or 2? I couldn't tell. And then we go all the way to the top. Now we have a queen. And with the queen, we come to kill? Nope, never mind. Boy, that's that sucks. So the bad move there was I got hit 3 times. No, I got hit 2 times. It just looked like 3 from the diagram. I was thinking that it would damage me because it couldn't move me, and then it would move me again because it could. Like, I thought I would only take 1, or I was gambling that I'd only take 1. It actually worked more how I expected it to be, so that's fine. Boy, I feel like I'm just throwing on purpose, but I'm totally not trying to. Anyway, YouTube, we will do our salty run back. You know what? We'll do our salty run back now. This is going to be an extra long episode because all of them are short as crap. So we're just jumping right back into this one. This stage is surprisingly easy. I'm just stupid. Many, many great people have said those exact same words. I'm confident of it. Okay. Step right there. We call it. Come up to you. Unfortunate. I think I just step 1 here. You know, the time when you step 1 and it just doesn't help. Wait, why did that become 2? Oh, I don't know their attack range. Everything makes sense when you realize that you just don't understand how part of the game works. You just weren't paying attention. Okay. Now we take boost for you. I kind of want to try this without the extra heart, but I know that for safety's sake, it's better just to take the extra hearts when at least 1 extra heart. I feel it's pretty comfy. All right, what do you got for me? Step up. Wait. If I step up 1, I can't get the kill, the full clear, but I also can't get it anyway. So step up 1, and then step out 1. If I can't full clear, I might as well make my life easier. Okay, you don't have the void. Nice. Do we take the cantrip on this? Or do we take the cantrip on this? I think I take the cantrip on the other one, and that way at least both of them provide value. Okay, you're just champion, you're nimble and void. Ain't a whole lot of good I can do this turn, huh? Move up 1. Move up 1. We have queen in our back pocket. Okay, pocket queen. We can do something with it. I think I move... How do I want to do this? I want to say top row, so I move one over. And then I have second pocket queen, so I don't use it. Instead, I just fall back. All right, now I have... Wait. I have attack on you. I have second attack on you. I can move up. Then across. Okay, that doesn't get the kill. I kind of should have realized that that wouldn't get the kill, but I didn't. I forgot that breaks into a bunch of smaller pieces. Actually, I go up with the pawn. And then I think I go diagonal here. Ooh, you still have turns. Okay, I go across here. Oh, we got the clear. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay. Okay, we upgrade you. And I think we upgrade you as well. And then we... Ooh, I can get one more. Do I go for the king? Is it better to have at least one upgrade on everything? No. Pawns are super useful when they evolve. Okay, how much? Everything has Void Grasp, so we just got to be careful. Okay, so... Oh, you're immune because I'm adjacent. Immune because I'm adjacent. I can't really just get out of the way, huh? Well, I can. Okay. Move here. Okay, we got queens. Ooh. Oh, that's not as good as I would have hoped. And also golems, they like the cantrips quite a bit. Come down here. Oh, I couldn't. Okay, that was my bad. I couldn't move because I couldn't kill this, so of course it was going to give me the zap. This triggers twice if I take it. Let me go. You attack. I take this though. But I think it all dies. But then I take 1, 2, 3. Or I take 2 hits of damage. If I go here, I only take 1. Yeah, 1 hit is kind of acceptable. Alright. Those so these cantrip skills trigger first. I am not in position to kill anything, so I think we just pass. Because nothing's in position to hurt me either. We come up here. Well, it's kind of a dang moment. Kind of a, well, I guess it's fine. Got the shield. Come here. Go up, and we got it. We did not get as much gold as I would have hoped, but it's alright. Okay. Shield on Rook? I think we go for shield on Rook. And then Knight with a cross. Damage pattern, that sounds good. These turns where things just move. Okay. Where do we start? this rook can get a lot of damage for us right here. And then you can get us this kill, which pulls us out. Then you can get us this kill. Was that blight damage that I took? I think it was blight damage. This is going to be 1 from blight. But we finished this turn, so it's good. That was excellent. That was, wow, chef's kiss. Beautiful. Okay, we take the, we have 19. This is 4-6. I think we take the splash. Yeah, we take the splash here. And then I think we take the shield and the cross damage. When they move so much, I just like fail to pay attention. If I go here, it will pull me out, which is actually excellent. Let's do that. Pull me out. Next, you aren't blighted. You will blight all adjacent squares. So I think we take the adjacent square blight. Oh, I moved into its range. Oops. Okay, you will blight wake. So I can kill you. Step up once. And then I don't have an entirely safe square, but that's okay. We'll go up to the top because we probably, well, this is our strongest position. Yep, strongest position. We have a queen. We can do cross pattern right here. We have a rook, another cross pattern. So we can cross pattern here and then kill this one. Good work. We did it, y'all. Getting through this. All right, final floor. We have 3 upgrades we can take. So there are some considerations here, right? The shield on king could be really useful. The cantrip would also be pretty useful, but that removes another bonus. I think what we go with is... Oh, this is going to be weird. I think I'm actually going to take the extra health because we got our ass kicked last time. I'm not going to take the additional damage bonus. So the reason I'm not taking the additional damage, well, range, that cost us a lot of grief last time because if I hit one of these, I kill like 20 of them. I just take all the damage in the world. And I want to make sure to not take much damage. So we're going to kind of go a little slow with it. Yeah, like that. And then I'm going to come... I think this will move us diagonal. Oh, took 1 damage. I didn't really want to take a hit there, but we did. Alright, I'm going to step up 1. Now we have a queen. I'm also going to step to the side so we have another queen in our back pocket. Bad. Yo, this is going to hurt if I actually take this. We have 1 diagonal damage that we can do, which is fine. That moves us 2. We can do 2 damage, or we can do 1. Or I can get out of dodge. We're going to get out of dodge because I need to play a little defensively. There's not a whole lot I can do about literally all the blight on the screen, but okay, we take this. I take this. Ooh, my bad on that turn. I forgot that we didn't have a cantrip. Oh, this is dangerous. So, what do? I have 2 hearts. If I move... Alright, these turns are going to come a bit slower. I do want to win this one. So, I can move queen. Queen is going to take 2 damage for me. If I move horse, I'll kill this, which will spawn 1 more. That is a good move for us right now, though. Now I'm here. So I can do... Now this is where it's important. I need to use queen if I'm going to move anything. Where do I move queen, though? I take too much damage, so I need to get out of dodge. So I need to play defensive at the moment. Then I have king. So I'm actually going to play king defensively as well. I think what I was screwing up is I saw I had a cantrip card in the back, but I only had 1 turn left. So I wasn't ever using it correctly. Oh, I don't keep shields? Oh. That kind of blows. Okay. I can do... Do I want to take out an enemy here? I don't feel like I have the pieces. Maybe we just farm up a little bit. Like, we take this a bit slow and we just focus on getting the pieces in place for me to, like, erase this. Erase this carefully, mind you. Alright, this is actually a good turn. Okay, so I can go... Oh, I can't do that one. That's going to kill me. This would be safe. Okay, so I can do this attack. I get moved once. Then I do... Oh. Then I do this attack. Get moved. Oh, it wasn't a cantrip card. No, I forgot. That's salty. Well, that was a double video, and I completely screwed that up because I am silly. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video for YouTube. I'm not going to apologize. I thought about it, but you know what? This is just how it goes when you're learning a game. So thank you for watching, and I won't promise I'll finish it next time, but I'm going to try again and again until we actually succeed. So later all.